Hi everyone, thanks for coming back to see part 2 of my unboxing and review of the Sony MDR XB500. So I've had some time to listen to these headphones. I've listened for approximately, let's say 1 or 2 hours using these headphones coupled with my iPhone. So my first impressions are that the sound is very nice. They are capable of producing a very rich sound, and this is in comparison to my Sennheiser EH150s as well as the Bose around ear headphones. So I thought that the sound was very good. The bass is certainly there, so these headphones deliver as far as the extra bass from that standpoint, if that's what you're looking for. Now, as far as other sounds, the highs are there, so I did listen to some other type of music that, you know, really feature a lot of highs, and I was very impressed with them. The headphones were able to hit those notes very well, but and I think that for someone who has a more discerning taste, someone who's more of an audiophile, might find that the mids are a little muddled. I think because of the extra bass feature of these headphones, that in order to generate all that bass, it may muddle a little bit of the mids, but certainly not enough for me to say, hey, you know, I don't like these headphones, I'm going to take them back. So I'm very satisfied with the sound, and I was actually, when listening to it on my iPhone, I used both MP3s that I had downloaded as well as Pandora, and of course the sound reproduction is also going to be affected by the quality of your MP3 rip. So that's something to keep in mind. But for me to actually make a judgment on how these headphones functioned, I was quickly changing between the Sony headphones here as well as my Sennheiser's EH150s to get a comparison to try and reduce or remove the factor of the actual encoding itself. So with that said, like I just told you, I'm very satisfied with the sound. As far as comfort-wise, these are extremely comfortable. They fit around my humongous ears, so I'm very satisfied. Of course, it's tough to really get a gauge of whether or not your ears will be able to fit in here. You know, I don't know how helpful measuring it is, but you know, if you want to measure it, you know, I don't have a ruler with me, but I have an iPhone here, and that kind of gives you an idea of how big these are. Let's say you want to look at a can of Diet Coke. Let's say this gives you some perspective on size. Not only do they sit around my ears, they're also very comfortable. With my Sennheisers, I felt that the pressure against my head was a little bit more pronounced. These appear to get the perfect amount of pressure, and I believe that has a lot to do with the fact that this is extremely soft and cushiony, so you're not going to get that painful pressure against the sides of your head when you're using these. It is a little warm where I am right now, and it is summer. I did find that my ears were a little warm. They weren't sweating though, so that's a good thing. They were sweating yesterday when I was trying on the Bose around ear headphones, so this is a nice change of pace from those. As far as some other things, I noticed that, so if you looked at part 1 of the video, actually not part 1 of this video, but part 1 of my Bose around ear headphones unboxing and review, those headphones pivoted at 2 different places. So these headphones only pivot at one spot. So you get this pivot up and down, but you don't get any pivot here to go side to side. And I think that is compensated by the fact that these are so soft and are really flexible and can pick up that extra pivot that you may have needed with another set of more rigid ear cups. Let's see. I can't really think of anything else. I have not used these to listen coupled with my home theater setup or to play video games. I only listened to the music that I had on my iPhone as well as using Pandora from my iPhone. The main reason why I got the XB500 versus the XB700, which have a larger plate as well as larger ear cups, was because those headphones actually don't come with a 3.5mm standard jack. In fact, those come with the quarter-inch headset jack, and they have an adapter that you attach to that jack to make it a 3.5mm one. So basically, after you have the adapter attached, it's it's a pretty long piece of rod, and if you're carrying it around, to have a mobile music source, I thought that might be a little bit more inconvenient. Now, let's see what else. The other reason why I did not get the XB700 was I read some reviews that if you're using a mobile device such as an iPhone, iPod, that they may actually not generate enough power to produce the bass properly. And that was another factor which I took into consideration when picking these over the XB700s. The price-wise, I think they're maybe $30–40 more than these. So if you're already in the market for kind of like a mid-range headset or headphones, the XB700, you have to, versus the XB500, picking between the two is really going to have to be determined by what you plan on using them for. Now, as far as taking these around, let's say you want to use this, on the bus or whatever, the nice factor is that this cord is not terribly long. And for some, that's a good thing because it means you don't have a huge mess of cords in your pocket that will allow you to be more mobile. But the downside is if you're listening to these at home, let's say attached to your computer, or say you're connecting it to your TV, the short cord is not an attractive thing for that type of listener. However, you can, of course, buy an adapter. I'm assuming you can pick it up from Best Buy or even, from Radio Shack, that will give you how many feet more extra that you need to adapt. So, that's not a deal breaker, certainly not a deal breaker. And if you're planning on using these for, at home, primarily at home listening, you should definitely, take into account that you can also get that extension cord. As far as appearance-wise, this is going to be personal preference. For me, I really don't care what other people think. If I want to wear these out, I'm going to wear these out. And if you think they look funny, I really don't care too much to take that into consideration as far as whether or not I'm going to purchase these. So, if you're gonna care about that, then maybe you might want something that's a little more subtly designed, but for me it's not a factor. Another thing is I actually was, like I mentioned before, briefly considering getting the Beats by Dr. Dre, and I listened to them in the Best Buy store and found them to be really underwhelming. I heard all these reports that the bass was phenomenal, and to be honest with you, I didn't think that they produced the bass better than these XB500s, and I was not impressed with the sound quality enough to spring $300 to get those headphones. So I got these instead. Of course, these don't have the extra perks that you get with the Beats by Dr. Dre, and some of those include the noise canceling feature as well as the dongle on the cord that allows you to advance and rewind on songs, stop, and I think it also allows you to pair it with your iPhone so you can answer calls. It also has a mute button on the side, and it is battery powered, so that's another thing that I did not like about the Beats by Dr. Dre. So all in all, I would recommend these. I got these at Best Buy. Again, these are the Sony MDR XB500s. They retail for $79.99 MSRP, but you can get them cheaper online and through Price Match if you did it at Best Buy. So I'm very happy with these. I would recommend them. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, guys.